What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be talking about my Friday the 13th diorama that I made. In my last video, I said I would make a video on it soon. I completely forgot about that. I'm sorry. I've been done with this diorama for like over a month now, and I completely forgot to make the video or whatever. But yeah, I guess we get into it. It was pretty simple to make, honestly. It probably took me like a total of probably 2 days. I didn't spend that much in supplies either. It's just a little bit of wood and foam and stuff. So I guess we can get into how I built the house, the shed, or whatever you want to call it. So I just got let me see if I can change. Let's see. No, I'm leave it on white. All right, so yeah, for the house I just cut pieces of wood and like into the shape of a house, and then I did that for the roof. I bought little wood sticks, they're like that, and then I painted them and put those on the roof. For the fence, those were balsa wood sticks, I think, and I just cut them to the appropriate length and made that to the fence. And then I stuck little pieces of wood so I could hang the weapons up there. So yeah, that's sitting back there. I wish I would have done something different for the grass because it doesn't look that great, but it was what I found. Because I'd gone to Hobby Lobby and I'd found a roll of grass and I was like, you know, whatever, this will work. But then I put it up here and like it looks super green and it doesn't really have that much of a grass texture to it. But that's what they had. That's all they had, and it's too late to change anything else. So, what I really like is how the tree turned out. So for the tree, it's in the middle. It's a wood stick like these. It's a lot fatter one, a fat cylindrical wood stick that I painted. Actually, I put like hot glue on it to make it look like it had tree bark, and then I painted over it so like it looked like a real tree. And then I came back and I put more wood sticks coming off, and then I bought these I don't know what they call it, but I got them from a Hobby Lobby. It's basically like tree limbs, like fake tree limbs. And I glued the fake tree limbs onto the brown sticks that I had glued onto that and made a super realistic tree. Because like I had a hard time finding like fake trees that like look realistic that are in scale to this. So I had to build my own. And then that's just some moss that I like glued to a piece of board or whatever. The tree stump is a piece of styrofoam that is wrapped in tape and painted. And it's sitting there, that little thing. That's also a piece of wood that I just cut off, make it like a log. I've got more moss just sitting around here. Got the little tombstone. I was thinking about putting a light in here because it's kind of dark, just sitting there, but I don't know, I might. And by the way, this diorama is not meant to be movie accurate whatsoever. I just was kind of playing around with it. And this just kind of got the general idea of like the forest, Camp Crystal Lake, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, then I've got part 2 Jason up here. And the super sick campfire that came with the part 2 Jason. I think that's a great addition to it. All right, so for the dock, I wish I would have done this a little bit different because I kind of like messed it up a little bit. All right, so this is basically styrofoam, and I cut out a little hole in the middle so I could fill with Elmer's glue. So I mixed some food dye with the Elmer's glue to give it that like watercolor. Well, I mean, it turned out pretty decent. It looks like water, but like when it dried, it expanded, and I wasn't expecting it to expand, so it popped out a little bit there. It made the dock lift up on the back end. When I first put the dock in, it was straight. It wasn't lopsided, but I mean, Jason still stands pretty good on it. And if you look at it from the front, you can't really tell it's like elevated at the back. It still looks good. But yeah, I could have done a little bit better on that, but I think it looks good for what it is. And this crooked light post that I'm gonna fix eventually. It was straight, and I don't know, I guess I bumped it and it went crooked. And I got the little lantern hanging there. Yeah, and that's really about it. It wasn't terribly hard to make, and it was fairly cheap. Just a little bit of wood supplies, moss, and I already had the paint. But I mean, I think it turned out great, especially if you put on the orange color. I think it looks pretty sick. The blue, the red. And see that I've got my whole Friday the 13th set up right here. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. You guys let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you think I did a good job. I mean, I think it turned out pretty well. I mean, feel free to take any ideas from it if you want. All right, guys, and that's going to wrap up the video for today.